It's almost a little bit sad in a way, but today I am gonna be playing the very last mission of StarCraft Remastered. Today, we're gonna be playing the last mission, we're gonna conclude the Brood War campaign, and I guess, with that, also the original StarCraft storyline. And apparently it is called Omega. We're on the infested platform over the planet Char in Kerrigan's base of operations.
Cerebrate, our scouts have just identified 3 separate fleets approaching this platform. With Duran having disappeared, and the bulk of my brood still on the surface of Char, you'll need to hold off the invaders by yourself.
You sound worried, Kerrigan. Have I caught you at a bad time?
Not at all, Arcturus. How'd you manage to scrape up your new fleet? Been raiding the salvage dumps again?
I called in a few favors, made a few concessions. You'd be surprised to see how many special interest groups in this sector want to see you dead.
I'm sorry to have to disappoint your new friends, Arcturus. But you really shouldn't have attempted this stunt. It'll take more than your 3 little fleets to bring me down.
3 fleets?
Don't play dumb, Arcturus. I've already spotted the other 2 fleets.
Kerrigan, this is Artanis. My brethren and I have come to avenge the deaths of Phoenix, the Matriarch, and all of the other Protoss who fell before the Swarm. It is long past time you paid for your crimes against our people.
When it rains, it pours.
The Protoss, too. Care to take a guess as to who the 3rd fleet is?
UED? Dugal?
No need to guess.
Yep.
It's Dugal and the remainder of the UED fleet.
That is correct, Kerrigan. This is Admiral Dugal. I am giving you one last chance to surrender your forces and submit to the sovereign authority of the United Earth Directorate.
Gee, that's a tough one, Admiral. You'll have to let me think for a minute. You know, Admiral, I think I'll just massacre your remaining troops now and watch you die in agony. How would that be?
You vastly underestimate me, my dear.
I don't think so, Admiral. You see, at this point, I'm pretty much the queen bitch of the universe. And not all of your little soldiers or spaceships will stand in my way again.
So be it.
I don't really want it to end. I don't really want it to end just yet, but sadly, it is time to jump into the final mission. I do have to say though, this is the only way that the storyline of Brood War can end, right? Apparently it is just us, Kerrigan and the Zerg, going up against pretty much all of our enemies, except for Raynor, who's just, you know, a little bit far away. We haven't seen him in a little while, but I guess it's just us against every single remaining enemy. We need to destroy all enemy forces. Alrighty, here we are. Apparently we are in the center of a map. I don't exactly know what that means, but I would not be surprised if we are surrounded, maybe? By several different enemies. Considering there are 3 camps that we have to fight, I would not be surprised if that turns out to be the case. I need to go ahead and hotkey all of my hatcheries just like that, and the hive as well, apparently. Question is, what kind of unit composition do we want to build? Look at the amount of static defense, by the way. We are probably gonna need it if we already get this much. Let's go ahead and make a couple of hydralisks here first and foremost, and I guess we'll have to do a little bit of exploration. I would like to know if there's an expansion, but considering the size of this main, I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the case. If we are gonna be forced to 1 base, I would really like to go ahead and yeah, if we're gonna be forced to 1 base, I would really like to go ahead and focus on getting as many drones out as we possibly can. Probably about 2 or so drones per mineral patch and about 4 or so in gas. Probably need another one in gas there. There we go. And let's get some overlords as well. Very good. For now though, I'm getting myself Zergling speed. I'm getting myself one of the upgrades right now as well for my missile upgrades, because I think it's a good idea to focus on. It seems like Hydras are just really good. I just really like the Hydras. Anyway, maybe I'm overvaluing them, but they seem really solid. Let's do a little bit of exploration, see what we can find. I just need to make sure I don't die here in the earlier part of the game though. I'm assuming they're going to be pushing my bases in as well, right? If that is the case, might be useful for me to make a small group of hydralisks instead of playing it super greedy. Oh! Wait, what? Oh, there's a single marine. I was gonna say, what's actually shooting at us? So there's something there near the top. So let's think about it. If there is the UED, there's the Protoss, and there's also... I'm assuming the UED is gonna play like... I don't know. I don't actually know. I wouldn't be surprised though if one of them is playing ground, like one of the Terrans is playing ground and the other one is playing air. That would make some sense. Link speed is pretty good though. Ooh. Looks like there's actually a push coming in. They may actually just be pushing together. Ooh, I like that too. We have forced to micro here though. I don't have a lot of army. But apparently we have enough to kill this for now. Sunken colonies are pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and set up another one. I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna be forced to fight through all of the different angles and all the different kinds of pathways though. Alright, so how are we gonna approach it? I think we are better off if we focus on a whole lot of Hydralisks. Just make like 2 or 3 control groups worth of Hydras and then do a bit of a push. While we set up some static defense on the other main entrances. I think having at least 3 or so over here would make sense. Let's do another one over here then as well. Let's get some more Sunkens. Sunkens are just so sweet. And I don't know if they're going to be pushing from the top. Judging by my my units there, I don't think so, but... Come on. Nah, I don't think so. I hope not. Alright, do we have enough drones yet? Doesn't quite look like it. They are continuously pushing from this side though, so maybe we need to go ahead and push over in that direction ourselves as well. If they do all have different kinds of unit compositions, we're probably gonna have to adjust our units as well throughout this mission. So maybe going for like a Greater Spire and going for some Guardians would be a good idea too. But for now, we'll just go for the Jack of all trade, I guess, and that's gonna be the Hydralisk. Can't really go wrong with the Hydra. I don't think there's ever been a Zerg player that's thought, you know what, if I only didn't make those Hydralists. You know what I mean? Hydras are pretty good. We could even go Lurkers as well, although... it's pretty expensive. Don't have that much gas. That's kind of the issue, though. I mean, we're only on a single gas right now. I would like... Well, actually, hey, there's a mineral patch over here. Should we do a little bit of exploration? Let's just get the Lurker aspect as well. If there's a base I could take, that would be really nice. Hey, there's the base. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. Definitely gonna need this other base. I don't know if this one is gonna be under attack as well. But I think that getting ourselves the maximum amount of income is going to be helpful. I'm a little confused by the fact that we are in the center of the map, though. It would make sense if we are currently surrounded, right? By the way, I'm not entirely sure yet what I want to play after this. I kind of feel like playing the entire Wings of Liberty campaign again, because it's been like 5, 6, 7-ish years since I last played it. It's been a while. Let me know in the comment section of this video if you would like to see a full playthrough of StarCraft 2 as well. Or at the very least of Wings of Liberty. Obviously, if I would do so, we're going to be playing on the hardest difficulty that the game has to offer. Because that's the only proper way. The only way that I, at the very least, want to. I mean, we're just doing some scouting right now. Okay, so we found the Protoss. Alright. This is an army that will die very nicely to Greater Spire units. Considering I get myself a second base right now, I'm gonna get myself a Greater Spire. There we go. Not a Neutralist Cavern. Don't think I want that. But a Greater Spire. So far, they're actually leaving us alone for a while. I like it. So we know where the Protoss is at. I do want to make sure that I get at the very least some static defense here ready to go. Guys, just hang out for a bit. I know you're all desperate to go to work, but just hang out for a second, okay? I also want to save up some resources so I can start up some static defense right over here, too. Calm down, gentlemen. There we go. Can't build that yet. Apparently you can build on those sides, though. Can I make one more, please? Come on. There we go. And we'll rally our new units over in this direction. A spine, a spore, drones and gas, and probably a greater spire here in just a little bit too. Very good. So far we're holding on to whatever it is they're throwing at me, which is nice. Okay, there is apparently a Terran player here up north, I think. Could be the UED. Could be Jerk Tannis. Is that gas geyser bugged? Is that gas geyser bugged? Oh no, one of them is now mining. I don't know why two of them are derping about over there. I have no idea. Anyway, we are indeed dealing with a lot of units, and apparently there's also now Dark Templar. Alright, so that does mean we need to get ourselves Nemetized Carapace, and we'll also get ourselves the Greater Spire going right now. Second base also under fire. Let's get another, Ooh. What are these drones doing? Now this siege tank is derping out as well. I love it. Alright. Anyway, I want to make sure that I take out one of them first, right? I don't think we want to focus on all of them all at once. So I got 2 control groups worth of Hydras right now. Apparently there's one hero medic who's feeling ballsy. I think I'm going to be heading towards the northern end. If that's where our bio base guy is at, I think we can go ahead and take him out. If there's no siege tanks, we're fine. I am going to go ahead and send a couple of mutas now as well. And a whole bunch of overlords apparently towards my expansion. Let's go ahead and save right here just in case. And see if we can find a base. Because if there's one to the right, there must be one up to the north as well. Or at the very least the top left, right? Let's continue getting some upgrades. Okay, there's nothing here. So it must be top left. Okay. We are more than likely gonna need some detection as well. Not necessarily for this one, but probably for the Protoss man. Okay, trying to set up my hotkeys over to the newly acquired base. And I'm trying to go for some more mutas here so we can morph those into... Oh, here we go. Hey, look, there's a base. Another one. Ooh, lots of bases to take. I like it. Should we take it? I need to take out this army first. We can make Devourers now too, which I haven't actually done a single time yet, but... Terran! Hey, battle cruisers. Oh, I can take those out. Although, I don't have a whole lot of detection. Well, actually, I do have detection. Just need to make sure that I keep my dudes alive. A couple of siege tanks, which is a little annoying. Okay, very good. Get the Guardians going. I love my Guardians. Ooh, there sure are a lot of units here, though. I would like to target fire down these battle cruisers if I can. I don't know if we got enough units. If I brought some Scourge, that would be sweet too. No, I don't think I've got enough units just yet, but we can definitely take this one out with more Hydras. More Hydras, more Scourge. We can kind of choose what we want. I think I'm gonna rally my units over here for now. I think a couple of control groups worth of, oh no. That's my base! A couple of control groups worth of Hydra should probably do. Don't know exactly how many. Maybe 3 or so would have probably been a little better. Okay. Let's bring some overlords with this party as well. Just to make sure that we don't lose this base. Very good. And now that we have some more gas, once again, I'm building up slowly but surely towards that really strong maxed out army. I do have overlords here, right? I did add a lot of overlords to this party at the very least, but don't know where they went. Oh, there they are. Okay. Very good. Maybe a couple of Zerglings wouldn't hurt. Let's go also... Yeah, let's go ahead and get melee upgrades here next. Maybe a carapace upgrade here and there. Okay, very good. I would like to start mining from this base, but in order to do so, I think I need to make sure that I take out this army here first. It doesn't seem that menacing, actually. Let's go ahead and save. Some of you, by the way, mentioned that this mission is a really tricky one. So I do want to be a little careful. But judging by the setup so far, I think we are in a pretty decent place. Okay, I need to target fire these things down. There we go. This must be Dugal. Very good. Take care of it. I guess it could also be the Admiral. Or rather the Emperor, not the Admiral. Sending in more and more Hydras. Seems weird to do so against someone who's focusing on siege tanks as well, but... Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and send the reinforcing Hydras in here too. And we're still building up more and more of those units. Still got quite a lot of units here though. Okay. If we could take care of one of them already, that would be really nice. Though I think we may have overextended just a little bit once again, because there are still quite a lot of reinforcing units in, and apparently now the zealots from this Protoss player here are now also helping out for a little while. You know what? I've gone back a little bit. I think it might be useful for me to just make a lot more units. I just simply didn't have enough. I want to look for like 8 control groups worth of Hydralisk, okay? Because I think that Hydras really seems to be their bane. I mean, they have a handful of siege tanks, but it's really not that much. I think if I could go ahead and get a bunch of those units out, it would make it so much easier. I just wasn't pushing with a big enough army, I don't think. So I got 3 control groups here right now. I would like to get a little bit more than that. I'll put up some static defense over here too. Okay, so I got 3 control groups worth of Hydras right now over here. I want to do like 8, okay? I want to have 1 through 8 be all Hydralisk. I don't know if it's a good idea, but... It made sense in my head when I thought of it. I just didn't really seem to have enough units. Alright, you guys are hotkey group number 7. Go ahead, hang out over here too. I wonder if I should just go ahead and make some Scourge. That could always be a pretty good option as well, right? Anyway, I put Guardians all over our area. But I think I just need to push with a much bigger army. Look at the amount of Hydras we have right now. Oh, I like that. I want to have 8 control groups. Let's do 8 control groups. I got a couple of overlords coming in as well, if I'm not mistaken. Good luck trying to break this area, though. There we go. Let's get you guys into mining. Beautiful. Yeah, hotkey 8 doesn't have anything just yet. Should we just go for 9? I'm actually starting to run out of resources. I got so many Hydras. Oh man. So I think my main issue previously is that I just simply wasn't crushing their base. I decided to go back for a little while just to make sure that we are at a point here where I can hopefully go ahead and crush their base, because I just needed more units. Usually you can win quite overwhelmingly if you just simply play it a little bit better. 8. I want 1 more. No lings in there, by the way, none of that shenanigans. Just Hydralisks. And considering the amount of hatcheries that I've got right now, I can make a whole lot of them all at once. More than I can actually create out of one single screen. So these guys are gonna be hotkey 9. I want to have a couple of overlords near there as well. Actually, already have a bunch. Let's turn you guys into guardians. I hope you're gonna be useful later. I don't know. Alright, hotkey 9. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and defend, or rather save right here. And I think it is time to start moving in with all of the control groups that we have. So 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A, 9A. Now this is gonna take some time because these dudes are gonna derp out for a little while. Here we go. Time to target fire down as many of these battle cruisers as we possibly can. Come on, guys. I know you're all a little silly. But do you reckon I've got enough Hydras this time around? I mean, I can make more. I can make quite a few. Okay, I think Hydras was a good choice. We just needed a lot more. It's actually kind of tricky to attack move with 9 control groups, believe it or not. Let's go ahead and take this part of the map out first. You guys are all derping around. You're blocking your brothers on the ramp. Well, I guess the same can be said over here. Beautiful. Are we still looking fine over here? Does look like we aren't quite losing any other parts of the map just yet, so that's good. Still got a couple of derping dudes, but... Trying to reinforce with more Hydras as well. Apparently have some cloak units. Are we all moving? Apparently now we are getting pushed over here too, but at the very least I'm hoping that we're going to be able to take this out. Looks like we are. I love it. Oh man, there's actually a little bit of aggression here and there. That makes this a little tricky. I think these are Dark Templar or something. There's a lot of damage potential over here. Just because of all of the missile turrets and whatnot. Okay. Continue pushing in. There we go. Just attack moving all of my individual hotkey groups once again towards the top right hand corner of the screen. And then we once again micro individual armies as well. Let's get some more carapace upgrades because it's probably the best well-rounded one. You're holding up the ramp again. There's no way though that this army is not gonna kill this base right now. Right? I mean, I say that, but I hope I'm actually correct in saying that as well. Alright. Let's start up some more Guardians. I think Guardians would be a good idea right now. This base is absolutely gonna get shut down.
Kerrigan, I am prepared to offer terms of surrender. It is my wish that you allow my men to live.
You're not in a position to offer me anything, Admiral. And I don't take prisoners. I'll tell you what. Turn your remaining ships around and start heading back towards the Earth.
Our forces are under attack.
Before I send the swarms after you. It'll be interesting sport to see how far you get before you die.
Wow. Okay then. I see how it is. Kerrigan does not leave survivors. Well, fair enough. At the very least, that's one of them taken care of. Nice. I think we may be going for the Protoss next. We already found out where that is. Don't know what units I'm gonna need, but I've got a lot of Guardians. And I've got a billion Hydralisk as well. Where should we gather? I think we're gonna gather right over here. So, for the very first time in this campaign, I just ran out of hotkey groups. I mean, I've got some big units. There's no Zerglings or whatever on my hotkeys either. But these guys are hotkey 0, but I still have a lot more. The only thing that's missing here is gonna be a big clump of Overlords. I think Overlords are gonna be very helpful. Just because I think we're gonna need them. There's gonna be quite a couple of cloak units. I gotta be careful though. These dudes are absolutely gonna shred everything I have. Alright, I think this is a great moment to go ahead and save. As we are gonna attack move forward with all of our hotkeys once again. 9 and 0. Got a whole lot of Overlords here as well. I do see a Dark Templar there trying to deal a little bit of damage to us. Ooh, Carriers. I don't actually have very much against Carriers, although I've got a lot of Hydras, so I guess that works. Let's send some Scourge out as well. And with some Scourge, I mean about as many as I could make. Apparently, for some reason, the game speed once again adjusted itself to something a little bit slower. I mean, I'm pretty certain here that my units are moving around a little slower than they are supposed to. Anyway, should be okay. Okay. Actually, a big push right now over here. I'm assuming we're gonna be fine there. Let's run these guys in as well. And right now, Mr. Protoss is starting to take quite a little bit of damage. I do need to be careful though. I do not want to lose this base if I don't have to. Looks like we're just fine. Very good. Yeah, you see that? For some reason, my game speed adjusted itself. Okay, you guys are gonna be needed for the defense over here. Because for some reason, all of a sudden, they're starting to get a little bit aggressive to us. But I think that the Protoss is falling rapidly here too. Slowly trying to overwhelm everything that the Protoss has left over as well. Still sending in about 10 different hotkey groups. Units are now starting to move forward once again. Let's get you guys over there too. Just so we have some detection nearby. I should probably go ahead and make maybe a little bit more Scourge here and there. I think that would be rather smart. There we go. Oh man, look at the amount of Stargates. I think we've got more than enough. These Arbiters are being a little annoying. But they will end up dying as well. Just simply having sheer numbers here is already more than enough. You know what? I should probably get an Ultra Cavern. I don't know what we're gonna need for the last and final objective point, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a good idea for me to maybe get a couple of Ultras out. Sending some Scourge across the map once again right now too, by the way. Are there still any flying units? Anything big that needs killing? I mean, not necessarily, but the swarm is advancing. We see all of this carnage right here on the ground as leftover from where we have been. But I think that with this, the Protoss is also slowly being defeated. I don't know if there's any hidden buildings anymore in the corner. Doubt it. It's so tedious though to get everything to fight. It's kind of crazy. Alright, well the Reaver is not even shooting its scare. Okay, well I said that and apparently it immediately throws it forward anyway, but I think we are getting to the point where Protoss is essentially dead too. As you Get you guys added to this shenanigans too. And even though we haven't quite seen any voice lines just yet from Artanis, there's still going to be some buildings over on this side as well. We should be able to clean up all of his units here with relative ease as well. And it probably is not a bad idea for me to continue making on some more Hydras, because Hydras is still pretty good at killing stuff.
Savor this
There we go.
victory, Kerrigan. For the Protoss will never forget your treachery. We shall be watching you.
Fighting words for a dead man. Interesting decision right there. Alright, so that's 2 out of the 3 enemies taken care of. I don't know who's going to be the biggest opposition this time. But we have indeed done a pretty good job, I feel like, at killing a lot of these guys. Let's make sure that we are hotkeying things rather efficiently. 1A, 2A, 3A. Want to add some units here to hotkey 3 as well. 4. I need some units for you too. 4, go ahead. I guess 5 and 6 can sort of be merged. So that means that you guys can be hotkey 6. And you guys can then be hotkey 0. Lovely. If there's going to be fire bats and whatnot, I don't think it's going to be much of an issue for me. I do have my Ultra Cavern done right now. So let's go ahead and get some of these upgrades before we push into the base over on that side of the map as well. I would like to get some Ultras. They're continuously trying to attack me here. It's a little bit annoying. I've got enough money to make whatever I want though. Not a whole lot of gas sadly, but still should be more than enough to actually justify a bit of a push. I made a control group worth of Ultras. So they're currently getting their speed upgrade, but they're already going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage. I think it would be good for me to like set up some control groups or some hotkey groups over here. And just simply rallying a whole bunch of Zerglings as well. There we go. The speed upgrade is just about to finish, but I don't think my units can really wait anymore. They're getting eager. They're smelling the victory. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A, 9A, 0A. And I probably need to like manually rally some of these units as well. Ultras are going to be in a bit of a funny position here though. Need to get some of my overlords and whatnot in the party too. Yeah, I don't know exactly how these guys are gonna do. They're doing not particularly well, but we are taking care of the beef of this base. Very good. How are these drones still stuck there? I'm rather impressed by that, to be honest. Let's continue getting another gas here. Probably would be smart, but here we go. Making a bit of a push over in that direction. Very good. Trying to see if we can take care of all of these units right now. But look at us swarming over this Terran base here as well. My units are not necessarily playing the most efficient style, and that's okay. I don't even know why my Zerglings are going in that direction right now. Seems like a waste. Slow pushing my way to the victory right now. The swarm has arrived. They're not being very effective, because a lot of them are mostly just derping around and not doing really anything. Which is unfortunate, but... Apparently we do have a hero set of siege tanks and a couple of marines as well, who heard about this push and apparently are now feeling confident enough to make a bit of an aggressive move towards this area as well. Interesting decision there. I do need to be careful though, because these units are not quite moving as efficiently as I wanted to. Either way. Since you can only select 12 units at once, it's so tricky to just simply get things to fight. Continuously re-rallying a lot of them, in particular all of the Zerglings and whatnot, right? Zerglings are incredible, but They can be a little silly as well, as they just simply, you know, can be controlled 12 at once at most. Which isn't quite the most impressive amount, but still though. The amount of guardians in the air. I don't really see exactly what could stop me right now. Here we go. These may very well be my last swarming moments in StarCraft 1. I mean, I do play the multiplayer occasionally, but as it is right now, we are starting to get to the ending of a game, of a campaign that I thoroughly enjoyed. Really, really, really liked it. Didn't quite want it to end yet, and I know there's going to be the Enslaver missions, and I know there's a couple of other campaigns that we can try out as well. But this is really, you know, the meat and potatoes of the original campaign. And
You've beaten me again. Just remember that I'll be out there, waiting for you to slip up. Because sooner or later, you'll make a mistake. And when you do...
I think we've done it. I think we have successfully completed all of the original StarCraft.
Once again, I stand atop the broken bodies of my enemies. Victorious, but not unscarred. The Earthborn Directorate has been destroyed, and the Overmind lies dead and trampled beneath the ashes of Char. As for my unlikely allies, I think that I shall allow them a reprieve. For in time I will seek to test their resolve and their strengths. They will all be mine in the end. For I am the Queen of Blades. None shall ever dispute my rule again.
Dearest Helena, by now the news of our defeat has reached the Earth. The creatures we were sent here to tame are untamable, and the colonies we were sent to reclaim have proven to be stronger than we anticipated. Whatever you may hear about what has happened out here, know this: Alexei did not die gloriously in battle. I killed him. My pride killed him. And now my pride has consumed me as well. You will never see me again, Helena. Tell our children that I love them, and that their father died in defense of their future. Au revoir.
Epilogue. Shortly after the Gauls' defeat, the remainder of the UED fleet was overtaken by Kerrigan's forces and eradicated. No UED vessel ever made it back to Earth to report what had transpired. With his ragtag fleet beaten and crippled, Arcturus Mengsk fled back to Korhal to lick his wounds and plan the reconstruction of his Terran dominion. Artanis and the Protoss survivors returned to Shakuras to begin rebuilding their once glorious civilization. Zeratul and James Raynor went their separate ways and have not been heard from since their departure. And alone, floating on a dark platform above the burned out planet of Char, Sarah Kerrigan, the Queen of Blades, sat and lorded over the ravenous swarms, unable to shake the feeling that a great threat loomed just over the horizon. Kerrigan could only stare off into the vastness of space where she beheld a great void, or perhaps a reflection of a hollow victory and of the trials yet to come. Huh, and there we have it. I guess now we also know why Mr. Dougal is not part of the StarCraft 2 storyline. I was actually not quite aware of that fact, but I guess we figured out that apparently he took his own life. That's a little bit of a sad way of ending things. Regardless, though, here we are at the very end of the original campaign of StarCraft 1. Easily one of the best story and easily one of the best written storylines for a campaign game I've ever played. Period. Like, I don't think anything is even remotely close. I've really enjoyed my Warcraft 3 playthrough, and it's going to be a toss-up between Warcraft 3 and StarCraft, but either way, the story writers and the guys that decide where the storylines and whatnot go at Blizzard do a magnificent job. Really, really enjoyed this playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Now, like I mentioned, I am still not quite decided what my next playthrough series is going to be. I'll probably start it up in a couple of weeks from now. Maybe next, well, we'll see. Anyway, if you are new to the channel and you are curious about the next one as well, I am still open to recommendations, so feel free to comment down below the like button in the comment section of this video what kind of videos you would like to see me make next. I am definitely taking recommendations from there. And last but not least, of course, besides hitting that comment and you know, you helping me out in making that decision, if you are interested in the next videos as well, do make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification as soon as I upload the next ones. But for now, I want to thank you so much for watching this, in particular if you watched the entire playthrough. It's so sick to know that so many of you were interested in this playthrough and that so many of you stuck with the entire series from the beginning until the very end. I mean, it's been about 50-60-ish episodes. It's been a while. But anyways, for now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? Special shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for supporting me. But I will see you all in the next one.